Hi, everybody. I just wanted to, get on here real quick and do some movie reviews. I'm not going to obviously do them all in the same video, but I'm going to start a little series of, movie reviews here. Excuse me, all of a sudden I've got the hiccups. This first movie I'm going to talk about, if anybody from Freeform is watching, I just want to tell you your all's app is messing up. Because I had a problem last month in August with being able to watch this movie I'm getting ready to review. So you might want to check it, okay? Because it took me 2 weeks to be able to get in to actually finish watching this video. I'm talking about the movie Annie, the one with Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz in it. And Cameron Diaz played Miss Hannigan. And Jamie Foxx played, the Daddy Warbucks character. I gotta say, I absolutely love the movie. I can't say the little girl's name that was in the movie as Annie. It was like Kwazame Mills, I think. If I mispronounced her name, not intentional. It's a nice name, but it's unusual enough to where I can't pronounce it. But she did a really good job, and she was really cute as Annie. And it's different. This movie is totally different from the other three that are out there, including the 1980s one that had Carol Burnett and Tim Curry and Bernadette Peters in it. It was, it's completely different. But Jamie Foxx plays Daddy Warbucks or Daddy Warbucks type character, and I absolutely think he did a good job in it. And Cameron Diaz did a good job too. Like I would tell you any other time, doing a character that somebody else already played and did a really good job with. The other person is a hard act to follow. Carol Burnett did like a freaking amazing job in the first Annie, the one from the 80s. And I did, just as a reminder, I did do the review of the other Annie with Carol Burnett in it earlier in this channel. I think I did it 10 years ago or 11 when I first started this channel. It was one of the very first movies that I reviewed is the other Annie. I checked. So I can tell you that with 100% certainty. But on a different note, this Annie with Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz, it was a really good movie. It also had, let me see if I can remember their names, Mila Kunis. It had Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis in the movie too. It was little bit characters that, when Jamie Foxx's character took his Annie to the movie, they saw a movie with those two in it, and it was cute. I do highly recommend this movie, but what I do also recommend is that you go and watch the first Annie, and then the other two that came between this one and that one. There's one where Annie goes to England, and then there's one where they redo the one from the 80s, and it was done in the 90s. And the remake, Miss Hannigan is played by Kathy Bates. I haven't seen those two yet, so I can't really speak about them, but the two that I have seen, I did, like I mentioned before, the one with Carol Burnett in it. I actually did a review on that one very early on in this channel, so if you want to see what I said about that one, you've got to go fish. Go all the way back to the beginning and check. It's the third or fourth video I shot, maybe. Something like that. It's very early on in me doing these reviews. But this movie, I do strongly recommend watching it. It's really kid appropriate. So if you're looking for something like a musical to introduce your kids to in this day and age, because there's a lot of musicals out there like Chicago and everything. I would not play Chicago or say Miss Saigon for your kids starting out. I would start them off with all four of the Annies, and then when they're maybe teenagers, I would take them to watch, like, Phantom of the Opera. And, like Chicago and, like Sweeney Todd. I do know I talked about Sweeney Todd on here. In fact, Sweeney Todd, just as a side note, was the very first movie I reviewed on here. So, but yeah, I mean, this is a really cute musical to introduce your kids to. If you want to introduce your kids to a kid-friendly musical, I think it's a good way to, start them off, with that, because, it's clean fun. Well, anyway, I'm not going to ruin the ending or anything. It's, like I said, it's Annie. I mean, it's like, so if you've seen there is one difference, though, between this Annie, the one that Jamie Foxx is in, and the other three, is Annie in this movie, and this isn't going to ruin it for you, is this Annie is a foster child instead of in an orphanage like Aileen Quinn was in the first one, for example. Aileen Quinn's Annie was in an orphanage, but this Annie is a foster kid, and Cameron Diaz's character is the foster mom. And one thing, and it's like, this is towards the beginning of the movie, Cameron Diaz's Miss Hannigan is talking about, like, I was almost, in Hootie and the Blowfish and CNC Music Factory back in the 90s. I mean, it's like, oh God. It's like, sweetheart, you have no talent on that. You want to look at her and say, you don't look like the kind of person that could sing. But anyway, that aside, I do really highly recommend it. And I think this is it's a cute, maybe PG musical to introduce your kids to. So, if you want to, like, sit them down and watch that, like when it's getting to be colder weather now, with it being Labor Day weekend of 2021, hey, now you got something to watch. Or for like a rainy day, coming up here. Well, anyway, I'm going to pause here because I've got 3 others I want to review. And hang on, I'll be right back.